Day 11 of our European tour, October 2009. We travelled on the bus from Monaco to Pisa, about 4 hours drive, and we dropped our bags off at the Hotel Pellegrini, and then the bus took us closer to Piazza del Duomo, which is a 8-acre area surrounded by an ancient wall, and inside that is the famous attraction called the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We walked through the gates and we had a quick look around and took some video of the ancient walls of the Port Novo, and continued on avoiding the shops. Then we stopped long enough to look at the sign and get some idea of where we were. We can pause this video and try to read the sign, and in the background is the baptistry. Because it was getting late in the day, we didn't get to spend too much time here, and we definitely didn't get time to go inside all these attractions. Some of the tour did, but you had to pay to get into the Leaning Tower of Pisa, as well as the cathedral. Not sure whether you could get into the baptistry, but it was quite a lovely building. And here's the Cathedral of Pisa, if I pronounced it right, and we walked towards it. There was still a lot of people around that time in the afternoon, and here's a selfie. I call them selfies anyway, of myself. And here is the cathedral from a distance, and the Leaning Tower of Pisa in the background, and another angle shot of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And like everybody else, you had to stand on your head or put the Leaning Tower in the palm of your hand. And here's an image that actually worked, well, sort of anyway. As I said, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is the word torre or torre is Italian for a small tower. The tower itself leans about 4 degrees because it was built on unstable ground. And here's a wobbly video of the Cathedral of Pisa. It's interesting to note that the cathedral itself was started in 1060 and finished in about 1100s AD, and it was funded by the spoils of war against the Muslims in Sicily. You had to pay to go into the cathedral and the Leaning Tower, and we didn't have time to go in there, so we continued to look around the outside of these buildings within the plaza. One of the interesting things that we saw was a monument to a she-wolf, and here it is on a tower, and Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, are suckling on the tits of the she-wolf. This building is called the Campo Santo Cemetery, and it's supposedly a holy place built on the ruins of an old cathedral, and supposedly the soil that it was built on was taken from the site of Jesus' crucifixion, Golgotha, and the myth is that if a body is buried there, it rots within 24 hours. Roman Catholics have some funny myths. This statue was built by somebody called Francisco Quarantotti in the 1700s, and he was some kind of administrator for the opera in the area. Then we walked back towards the bus, which was moved to the eastern side of the plaza. You can see the fountain, Del Putti, and then in the other direction a whole heap of shops and cafes and Italians lounging around. And then you got the gift shops on the right hand side of the photograph, and there was a huge amount of them, as well as food stalls and trinkets. Then we came across these aeroplanes, and we had a bit of a look at those. And then we went for a ride on a kids' amusement train, and I quite enjoyed our trip. Here is the tour guide for our bus tour for the 30 days. And you can see here that I was playing a bit of a fool. My wife was videoing and giving me a hard time about it. The reason was that I could hardly fit my knees into the seat, and obviously the train was built for children, and I'm 6 foot tall, and it's quite difficult to be comfortable. And when I got out of the little train, I had trouble getting the blood to work. And she's having to go at me about that as well. So here I am playing the fool again, and it reminds me of being 130 kilos. I've lost a lot of weight since, but yeah, it just reminds you how fat you can get when your wife cooks great food. So here's some more shots of the streets around Pisa on our way back to the bus to go back to the hotel, and of course it was late in the day, so we enjoyed ourselves, and then we were back at the Hotel Pellegrini for the night. So the video was produced by myself, and it's the end of another exciting video of our day 11 of our European tour, October 2009, the city of Pisa.